Hi. Hi, and happy Sunday, beautiful humans. Wow, so this is a little bit new. Um, so for a while now, I've been recording a video, sort of first thing in the day, to drop on YouTube, my Dawning Thoughts vlog. And I thought today, well, for a little while, I've been thinking that maybe I should actually drop on live, scary, and create the video live. Um, more for my own experience to like actually live stream, because I've not live streamed properly for ages. Partly because I've not had a really good space to live stream in since I didn't have an office. I didn't have like the space at home to do that. I used to live stream all the time, and I loved it. I love interacting with people. I love seeing people jump on, and I like it gives me more enthusiasm and more energy for what I'm saying and what I'm sharing and what I'm speaking about, and that's always really helpful. It's really nice to interact with people and see people. Although I won't have my glasses on, so I'll not be able to read comments. But maybe I will. We'll see. So yeah, Dawning Thoughts vlog, which I've been sharing on YouTube for only for a couple of weeks. I think I started on the new moon, the last new moon, the one in November. So today's the 3rd of December. 3rd of December 2023, live stream, daily vlog, daily day, Dawning Thoughts vlog. And the purpose of the vlog, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see the intro video that I created, the day I set the intention. I've missed a few days, but you'll have to watch the vlogs to find out why. But the intention is to share a daily vlog every day on my dawning thoughts. So for years now I've journaled in the morning, first thing usually in the day. And that's been like various types of journaling. And one of the things that I've done is like stream of consciousness journaling. What's going on for me? What's coming to my mind? What's due to what's come up for me? What like ideas or solutions or inspiration comes to me? And some of those journaling thoughts are what go into my posts and what go into my content. And other times they're like truly just my thoughts for me. But since a lot of my thoughts that I have and a lot of my journey and a lot of my experiences also go into my content, also go into how I support other people, because that's like that's one of my superpowers, is like taking my experiences and turning that into healing for others. I have I thought that I would turn my dawning thoughts journaling into a vlog, and share a little bit about like what's going on for me each day, what I'm doing, kind of vloggy, to help people get to know me a little bit better, because the last few years have been weird to say the least. And like when I first moved from my handmade creative little shop website business into holistic therapies, I was full of enthusiasm for it. I was very, very excited for where I was going to take that and what I was going to do with that. And then 2020 hit. And I don't know if anyone doesn't know this, I was like, I started my holistic therapies as Davina Ketson Holistic Health in 2020. full of enthusiasm, full of excitement, and spent most of 2020 just supporting and helping people get through the year. So there was very little income from my holistic stuff came in 2020, because it was like there was the issues with having face-to-face sessions with people. When I'd got no base, I'd not got anywhere to do that. I couldn't see people in my own home because people generally wouldn't come. Towards the end of 2020, I did have a couple of people who did have sessions in the house with me, but I also don't. I live in a 2.5 bedroom house, so that this room that I'm in now, this is our bedroom now, was my office, and the girls all shared the other room, and we didn't have an attic. We have got an attic now. Thank you, landlord. And there was like real, like to bring people into my house to have sessions here was like, I thought about it, and the 1 or 2 sessions I did have helped me to see that it wasn't really going to be workable. And then actually we gave this room to my eldest daughter for a couple of years, so that it was never going to be viable while every room was like a family space. So that was 2020, and what I've realised for myself through the course of 2020 to 2023 is that my enthusiasm for holistic health, my enthusiasm for health outside the system, my enthusiasm for the body's ability to heal itself, my enthusiasm for energy healing has been subdued by the collective energy that's coming to me. And that's the energy that I've allowed into me through social media, through other aspects of media like YouTube and other. We don't have a TV, we've never had a TV, we don't watch mainstream news, but you can't ever help but become aware of what's going on in the world, because unless you literally live in a bubble, because you're living in the world, you live around people and surrounded by people and can see what's going on for people, and people share and talk. And for years I've used Facebook as my news source, like what's going on in the world. Let's look at Facebook. And my excitement and my enthusiasm for potential possibilities was toned down for the sake of other people. I've become exceptionally good at holding back my emotional state for the sake of other people. When I'm excited and enthusiastic and hopeful for the future, I'm like, lots of people out there aren't. And things that I'm processes that I'm doing with my current mentor at the moment have really, really tapped into the final pieces of the puzzle of where I was holding myself back. Now, one of those things is not going to be enthusiastic on Facebook. My old Facebook page is private. No one can see it. But last year, I think it was, I started downloading some of the videos from there to put onto BitChute. and was shocked at the enthusiasm I had in 2019, 2020 for what I was doing and what I was creating. I was like, wow, where did that enthusiasm go? Where did that energy go? Where did that like excitement and joy and emotion go? And it fell into the black hole that 2020 became, and that the years following have become, as I've allowed the mundane and the things we have to do as humans living this life to just be toned down. And it's funny because at the start of 2020 I did a group process with a mentor that I'd had through 2019 and 2020, all about speaking out and finding the voice. And I think what happened was the pandemic hit just as we were finishing that. In fact, my mentor was ill during the I think it was supposed to be a 6-week process, and it ended up being 8 weeks because she was ill. And I won't be surprised if it was the flu that became COVID. And I was ill as well, sometime in the same period, with similar chest flu issues. And it was very soon after that the world shut down, and I was full of enthusiasm for helping people, but my thoughts and opinions differed from a lot, just because I'd already started on this journey of healing into like quantum healing, and into the body's ability to heal absolutely anything if you learn how to tap into that energy and that source energy, and learn to trust the body. And everything in the world at that point was telling people to be sick. And all I could do was learn to hold space for the people who were still in that place. And that's been a great learning experience, because I can hold space for people who have different thoughts to me, different opinions to me, and not allow my thoughts and my opinions to interfere with their expression of how they feel. Like I've learned the deeper meaning of listening through the last 3 years, that my superpower is listening, and I listen and learn and never have to say a word. And what happens is people share and begin to sort their own thoughts out for themselves without me ever having to interject a word, except acknowledgement of their feelings. And that's been a powerful lesson. But it's time for me to stop holding back my enthusiasm for the future, and my enthusiasm for what we can create, and my enthusiasm for what's to come, because there's still a lot of fear out there, and there's still a lot of thoughts out there around what is going to happen. There's so much fear out there. And if there's not more of us who step up and say, yeah, but here's the solutions. Here's the way we change those things. Like, if you don't want to create that, then why give it attention? Why not give your attention to the solutions to stop that from happening? And it's like, the feedback that comes back is like we stop it by looking at it. And no, we stop it by creating the alternative. We stop it by going, yeah, no, I'm not going for this cashless society thing. I'm going to only take cash in my bricks and mortar shop. Or I'm going to make it more beneficial for people to pay me cash in my bricks and mortar shop. Like, when we moved here, I live in a market town in West Yorkshire. When we moved here, most of the shops had lower limits on card spends, like £5 to some were even £10. There were a handful of shops who didn't even have card machines. They were literally cash only shops. 2020, I think, brought card readers to every shop. I don't think there's a few of the takeaways, because I think lots of takeaways know better. I know lots of people badmouth takeaways for only being cash only, but it's genuinely because it's much easier for them to exchange cash for other currency to send to relatives. So when I moved here, that was how it was. I've lost my train of thought. There was a reason why we were going down this road. It'll come back. Cash. Businesses taking cash. Yeah. And what you find as you got to know the businesses, as they realised you were a local, as they realised that you were someone who was going in. I mean, even now, the shops know, like, I'm a local, I'm not a tourist, I've come here, I come every, 3, 4, 5 times a week into their shop to get whatever, the butchers, I mean, even the staff in the co-op know me, the sweet shop, a couple of the local food, other food shops, the organic food shop, and we've lost a few shops over the years. Because they took cash, they would either throw in some extras, they would give you like a freebie. Even now, there are shops that I go in where they'll give something extra. Even if I'm paying by card sometimes, they'll give something extra. But one of the shops particularly, if you were paying cash, would round down. They'd not, if something was like, if they weighed things, I'm thinking like greengrocers and butchers, where they weighed stuff and it might come up at so many pounds and pennies, they would round it down because you were paying cash. And it's like, that's how we create the future that we want, where there's a choice between cash and not cash. This kind of went on a tangent. I love this. This is why I create these videos. This is why the Dawning Thoughts vlog came into being, was because it was like, yeah, when I talk, things come out that are meant to come out, words that I've been wanting to express for a long time could get to come out. And this is one of the things that's been playing on my mind for a long time, is how the hell do we create the world and the future that we want when everyone's saying, yeah, we've got to look at it so that we can know that that's not what we want. I mean, like, yeah. There is a great difference between awareness of what is going on in the control factions of the world, but then what we get to do in our small groups, in our tribes and communities, in our own families to change that so that that doesn't happen. And it's by, right, okay, yeah, so that's what they want, but we're gonna like, yeah, we're not having anything to do that. We're gonna do this here in our little collective, and doing that, building those communities, building those tribes, building those collectives, building those extended non-blood families, basically, where should the be similar situations to what occurred in 2020 happen, we have a group of people who have the skills and the talents and the resources collectively to not need the digital currency or the rules and regulations that have been imposed. And yeah, that's kind of why I've decided that live streaming is going to be the way forward. Because it puts it there and it's available for others to see and share, and they're still be on YouTube too, so you know, you might even be watching this on YouTube going, this is on YouTube. And that's just because Facebook is one of the easiest platforms to live stream on and then download the videos from to whack onto YouTube. So wherever you are, wherever you're watching this, do let me know what you think, what your thoughts are, what your excitement and enthusiastic plans and desires are for the future, where you think we can fuck the system and change from what they want us to pursue to what is much more aligned with the heart and soul of the humans that we are and the source energy that we are, the hearts and the souls that we are, that's not meant to be fitting in a box. Because that's basically what they want for everybody, is to fit in their very easily controlled box. And yet every single individual on the planet, all however many billion there are, we're all so very, very different. We're all absolutely, totally unique. Similarities, sure. Very much similar traits and views and similar patterns of energy, but we are also very different, and we all have different skills and talents and abilities, and they're what we should be putting out into the world now. Not working in an office, working in a factory, all doing the same thing, being little robots. We've got robots to be robots now. We should be putting our individual stamp on the world. What's your excitement? What is what lights you up the most? What brings you ultimate joy? And how can you create that in your life every day? And for now, create some way of supporting yourself from it, because that's the world that we still live in. But how can we begin to move past that too, so that wealth and abundance and everything that we need to survive doesn't just revolve around what we need to buy food or put a roof over our heads or heat our homes or any of those things. Like there are ways around it. They are being created in parts, small little pockets around the world. They're being created, and we need to grow those little pockets so that we don't need any of their systems at all. The body can heal itself. The world, the earth, is never ever going to stop providing the food that we need. There's so many skillful, talented people who can turn that, what the basic resources from the earth, into the things that we need, be that like bread and cake and ice cream and then clothing, the fibers that we need for clothing. There's so many skilled and talented people who can create all that. We don't need any of their stuff. Education, we don't need schools. We can provide education for our young people among ourselves, because even the academic stuff, even the English and maths, I know as a home educating mum of a decade, I know that English and maths comes to them when they follow their dreams and when they follow their passions, when they begin to know what those purposes are, what lights them up, which they learn because we teach them to trust themselves, or allow them. We don't teach them. We have to teach them if they've been in school. We have to teach them to trust themselves. If they've never been in school, it's about allowing them to trust themselves. Our young people, each of them individually. So, yeah. Don't worry, these lives will not always be this long. This is more of a hey, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. I expect more of them. They'll usually be quite short. I'm aiming for 15 minutes a day, but they keep being long because I missed a few days. Again, go look on YouTube as to why I missed a few days. Because I will always be being a mum, while being a healer, while being a mentor, while being a leader, while being a woman. I'll always be being all of those things all at the same time. And that means that some days one shifts a little bit. So enjoy your day. Whatever day it is you're watching this, enjoy your day. Have a magical time. Tap into that enthusiasm and that excitement that's within you, that you want to create, and go create something connected to it today. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.